Ladies and gentlemen, people, welcome back to FilmyFateh's Spider-Man review. The segment of Fateh's Filmy Fridays where me and a group of and a couple of my friendos get together and we review our reviewings of the Spider-Man films. This week specifically, we're talking about the Sam Raimi trilogy, also known as Tobey Maguire's run as Spider-Man. Just about 10 minutes ago, we just finished talking about Spider-Man 2 and 2.1, and now finally, to wrap things up and wrap the day up, we're gonna talk about the most popular Spider-Man movie, Spider-Man 3. If you're new to this, if you're new to this whole thing, just want to let you know that if you're not with us live, no big deal. You can find this episode because we're not talking about all of the trilogy. Well, okay, sorry. It's been a long day. We're live streaming this right now, so this is all one continuous stream. However, after the stream, it's gonna go unlisted, and I'm gonna upload the actual 1080p recordings of this. But it's gonna be split into 3 episodes, so you don't have to worry. You don't have to spend over 4 hours watching us talk about all 3 movies. Each film is gonna get its own episode, so don't worry about it. Yeah, you can find it on your favorite podcast platform or youtube.com/FilmyFateh if you want to watch the video. Without further ado, I know we both have a lot to do, and I know that we are starting to feel a bit tired. So let's just dive right in. I feel like I'm forgetting something, but what the hell? Let's get into it. Spider-Man 3 from 2007. And your computer's flashing. What's going on, bud? I was like, oh, that's right. I'm so sorry. Now that I said that, of course, ladies and gentlemen, people, I'm your host and your dose, which means friend in the Indian languages, FilmyFateh, and joining me is my awesome Dawson friendo, Russell the Muscle Purcell. Yep, there he is.
I'm slowly losing my mind.
Same. I'm hoping to eat some mac and cheese so my throat can recover from all of that. But anyways, listen. But honestly, despite my pain, I'm actually excited that I'm getting to talk to you after such a long time. I mean, we talk every day over text and all, but like we don't actually ever really have like a full discussion a lot. But I mean, not often, not enough, right? I mean, obviously
we do sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, we did talk, for like how many hours? For like 4 hours about Transformers. It's surprising. It's surprising how we even fit that in 4 hours. That's incredible, by the way. 5 films, and
we really did speed through them. So
sweet Jesus. Yeah, I mean, those movies were just bad, but at the same time, I love them. So just because I say the movies are bad does not mean I hate those movies. I have Bumblebee. Okay, I've ordered the 5 movie collection on 4K Blu-ray. Okay, we're
talking about Spider-Man.
We're talking about Spider-Man 3 today, ladies and gentlemen, in preparation for Spider-Man No Way Home, as everyone else is. Of course, next week we're going to be talking about The Amazing Spider-Man, which is actually, you know what? No, all the Spider-Man are preferable for me. But I think nostalgia-wise, I think I connect a bit more to Amazing Spider-Man 2, but I'll get into that next week.
Spider-Man 3 came out the same year as Transformers.
I was about to bring that up, yeah, and I'll tell you how I feel. I'll tell you how I feel at the end. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, people, if you haven't seen Spider-Man 3, this is your spoiler warning. Go ahead and watch Spider-Man 3 before. I mean, unless if you don't want to, we understand why you don't want to watch Spider-Man 3, but
I don't. I don't understand. This is the only good one.
Yeah, this is the only superior film out of the entire history of Spider-Man movies.
But yeah, they're just bad. Like, this one is the only one that's a competent movie.
honestly, I swear, as soon as he texted that in the group chat, I was like, this has to be a test. This has to be a test to see whether or not I actually agree with him or not. Because I remember, because here's the thing, I forget some things, and sometimes I just question myself as like, is Bumblebee the best Transformers movie yet? And like, he's like, are you sure? And I'm like, fuck you. But anyways, I digress. Let's get into it. Spider-Man 3, 2007, the same year Michael Bay's Transformer came out. Yeah, let's get right into it. For my personal viewing, let me get a sip of water. My throat hurts. Bless you.
Thank you.
Okay. Mickle Rick. Anyways, for my fun fact, I haven't seen Rick and Morty ever. So yeah.
Well, time to talk about Spider-Man 3.
For my personal viewing, I skipped some of the Bully Maguire bits because I was watching it in my living room and I just didn't want to see it until the actual review. So
Wait, what?
yeah, I don't know what it was, man. I was sitting outside, I was playing it full blast on my speakers, and I was like, you know what? I don't want to see this.
So you just didn't watch it at all?
Well, no. Because remember, I watched it twice. Remember? Yeah, I watched it twice.
You're a crazy man.
Yeah. For my personal viewing, I didn't watch it because I was watching outside, and I was like, I don't want to. These scenes. But once I watched it on my second viewing, then I watched the entirety of the movie. So the movie opens up with yet another voiceover by Peter Parker, and we see Spidey swinging through the city. To me, the swinging just doesn't feel right in this film. I don't hate it, and it doesn't look awful, but something about the physics of it is bugging me.
Huh? I didn't notice anything like that.
The way how he's just like,
it's possible
he just launches super high into the.
Well, maybe he's better at it now. His whole life is going great at the beginning of the movie, so maybe he knows how to jump high. Everything okay?
Well, I got an interesting message from our very own Nickelodeon Nix Bracco, saying what the fuck is wrong with DC. You might want to check your phone for this, pal, because I'm not gonna bring this up out loud, but or maybe you want to check it later. I don't know. It's up to you. But no spoilers. No, fuck, shit, Nick, you fucking I
mean, this is out of context, so
yeah.
Could be anything. All right.
Yeah, let's get back to Spider-Man. Anyways, so we're introduced to Gwen Stacy. The very, very minor thing. I love how the score from the play, or from the musical, I should say, or whatever, dissolves into the score for Harry. I don't know if you noticed this.
I didn't notice that.
Yeah, it was a nice dissolve from the when MJ is singing to like a deep dark score for Harry. So
that's cool.
Yeah. This movie is already just also why is Harry looking through binoculars? He can clearly see Peter from,
because he's a rich man. So rich people use binoculars.
He can clearly see Peter from where he's sitting without the binoculars. So it's just like,
rich people use binoculars at the theater.
Senior rich people sitting next to him aren't using any binoculars. That's just that's so old fashioned. But okay, fine, whatever you say, Russell Purcell. Honestly,
I know the truth.
Gee, Russell, you know a lot about rich kids. Maybe you are one.
I know about using binoculars.
Okay.
At the theater.
That's fair. I mean, he had the Transformers binoculars, okay?
Yeah.
Yeah. The transforming binoculars. Anyways, I can just imagine I can just visualize you just actually having it and just being like, ooh. Anyways, honestly, knowing Harry is a complete child, I'm surprised he hasn't told anyone else about Peter being Spider-Man. I know it's for his own personal thing, but like,
I guess he just doesn't have a motivation to. Like, he's not trying to expose him. He just wants to kill him.
Yeah.
And so it doesn't matter if anybody knows. Because he just wants him to die.
Yeah.
I love that shot of him looking down at Peter, though.
Yeah.
So disdainful. And Peter's just looking so happy. Also, by the way, every time Mary Jane sees Peter in the audience, she always messes up. It's like...
What do you mean? Oh, yeah. Yeah. It's like...
Come on, Mary Jane, be a professional.
I swear, it's every time. I swear, it's like she is obsessed. It's like she's like, oh my gosh, this person is here and seeing my play. It's like, I know that's supposed to show off. That's supposed to be played off as like a romantic thing, but like at the same time, it's just like, no wonder why. I mean, I'm sorry to spoil it so early in the review here, but no wonder why they kicked you out of the play, because you kept messing it up.
Jesus Christ.
Okay, so in the same scene, Peter was in the middle of explaining how the theater acoustics work before being interrupted by MJ when she says, "You're such a nerd." What a rude woman. That obviously this note is a joke, but still, it's just like, I don't know. It was late that day. Peter and MJ are now laying on a web looking at stars. This is a romantic moment. I think this is cute. So
and then Venom strikes.
Okay, now that we're on Spider-Man 3, I'm just gonna say it. I don't think that. I know it's supposed to be like, yeah, that's Venom, but like,
Venom.
No,
Gotta go get him.
Venom.
Gotta go get him.
Oh God. But yeah. Okay. Fine. In my notes, it does say that. So without being noticed, Venom finally arrives.
Venom for simplicity's sake.
Yeah. Let's just call it that. Okay. So now we cut to what I like to think is one of the better villains in this movie. Sandman. So he's running away from the cops. He enters his house, and you see him putting on a shirt, and he's got some bread, and
he's putting on his iconic shirt from the comics.
Exactly.
Specifically.
And I know this note is a joke, but he rips up the bread, and I'm just like, Jesus, Flint, just cut the bread. I don't know.
Honestly, yeah. Use a knife, sir.
Use a knife. I mean, I know that'll make more sound, but what's the point? You're gonna be found anyways. Okay, I know this. Yeah.
But yeah, like Dr. Octopus, like I think he's a strong villain because he's sympathetic.
Mm-hmm.
He has sympathetic motivations.
Right.
They are relatable. And
yeah.
He is pretty good.
Mm-hmm. I know this is very early to say, but other than Goblin Jr. and Skinny Venom, I think Sandman is the best villain in this specific film. He has good intentions, but does the wrong things. It is now revealed that Peter is going to ask MJ to marry her. Aunt May gives Peter the ring Uncle Ben gave her. Very romantic. I like that. Harry shows up in a new suit and a new glider.
Just picks Spidey up off his little moped thing.
That's once again, it's still so over the top and ridiculous how like this is all happening in public. This all just like, okay, this guy just snatches him.
It's New York in the Spider-Man universe. I'm sure crazy stuff happens like every 30 minutes or so.
Okay, yeah, that's fair. But yeah, okay. I don't know why. I brought this up for nostalgia's sake. I remember seeing the trailers and seeing the bits in the trailers of him having the new suit and getting the toys from Burger King. Oh, those days were good. I had to bring it up, and just it was a good time. Okay, so Peter finally tells Harry what actually happened, right? But Harry, being the child that he is, he denies it and tells him to shut up, and then he fucking just rips a building.
Yeah.
Shut up. And it's not like, it's funny because Peter doesn't even say like, your father killed himself.
I didn't kill your father, Harry.
Oh gosh. Okay.
It's like, if you're gonna just tell him, well, you should have told him already.
Yeah, but you know. You know how these movies are. Okay, so like I said in the last film, it's funny how all of that debris falls down, but no one gets hurt and no one seems to notice or care about
So
all
we
the
just don't
destruction.
see the people getting murdered by,
Yeah,
by the
exactly.
debris.
It's hilarious. Though I must say the CG is pretty good. Okay, yeah. Once again, I will say though, what? Getting a solid action sequence in the first 15 minutes is very nice. And then you know, Harry gets bopped by Peter. Harry falls to the ground and now lays unconscious. Peter swings down to check if he's okay. I love how he just stands there and yells his name at him. I'm sure this is probably for safety, but I just found it funny.
No, I think it's hilarious how he just clotheslines him and he just just falls down to the street. It's so brutal. I mean, like Peter thinks he killed him. And honestly, like, what did he think was going to happen? He clotheslined him as he was going 60 miles an hour down the middle of an alley.
Yeah. Okay. Interesting thing to bring up. Where did Harry suit go?
I guess Peter stripped him down before bringing him to the hospital.
Well, no, he took him to the hospital, but like still, like later on in the film, he has his suit, unless if he has a second copy of the
I'm
suit.
sure he has multiple copies.
Sure, but you know.
I mean, Norman had multiple, obviously. So I'm
Did
sure.
he?
Yeah, I mean, the mask was in the secret hideout.
True. Okay.
At the end of 2. And
I just thought that was a prototype. I didn't think that was a.
No.
Unless if I missed something.
In any case, Harry can make a new suit. Like, if he can make one, he can make another. He's rich.
He's rich, yeah. Okay, so another interesting thing to me now that I really think about it, Flint Marko, aka Sandman, is connected to Ben Parker's death.
I think that's the worst part about Sandman, to be honest.
Really?
I just think it's dumb to retcon that Ben Parker's killer wasn't actually the man that Spider-Man confronted in the warehouse.
Right.
To set off his hero business. It just kind of devalues that.
Right.
You know? It's like, oh, it was actually this guy the whole time. The other guy was technically innocent. Like, he was an associate to the crime, but he didn't do it. It's kind of weird, kind of dumb, kind of unnecessary in my opinion.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay, so now we skip all the way to the sequence where Margo gets his powers, which is top notch for 2007, by the way.
I always thought that was very cool.
Yeah, 2007, the CG is really good. Not as maybe I might want to change my mind on this. Maybe not as good as the CG is not as good as Transformers 1, but really good. No,
It's not like, yeah.
I mean, those are two completely different movies, so I'm clearly just like.
Yeah, I don't know if they can be compared, really.
Yeah, no.
It looks good.
Yeah. It is revealed that Harry has short-term memory impairment and he doesn't remember that Peter's Spidey and that he, quote, killed Norman. It's weird for me that he brings up his father being dead. Like
it's weird that Harry brought it up.
When he wakes up, he's like, my father's dead, right?
He remembers, I guess he doesn't remember the last couple months or something. I don't know how long it's been since the second one.
I don't think he remembers the entire last movie.
No, he obviously, well, yeah, that could be actually, yeah.
Yeah.
So it's kind of funny that he just he forgets the last 2 years. Like, this is really contrived and stupid, but it's kind of funny.
Okay, so when MJ shows up and Harry sees her, he's got a big smile and says, I know that face. That's pretty wholesome as Harry's a child to me. I'll say that. I swear. He's just like such a child. He's just like, I know that face. It's so adorable for some reason, but at the same time, I'm just like, this is Harry we're talking about. Of course he is. Anyways. Why did I write this? This is so dumb. The nurse says, I'm gonna have to ask you guys to scoot. Scoot? What? What the fuck do you mean by scoot? Oh gosh, the writing. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay. The entire sequence of Sandman waking up is also very top notch.
Yes, looks very cool.
And
He like has to build himself out of the sand, and then he's like he's motivated by seeing his daughter to reform himself, and he immediately starts like sucking sand into himself and reforming, and he gets colored.
like he actually has a good motivation in this movie.
I mean, in theory, yes.
Right, yeah. But okay, so MJ shows up at Peter's apartment with a review for her performance in the play. Peter tries to relate to her and tries to motivate her not to give up. And then he has to leave, and MJ is somewhat upset about this. I hate to
Peter's a fucking stupid head in this movie.
Really?
Yeah, he's like he's just constantly he's like, you know, as Spider-Man,
that's what you mean.
I go through something just like this.
Right, that's what you mean. Yeah. Yeah.
He's just not considering her feelings, but I mean, she doesn't consider people's feelings either.
Yeah. No. You know what? Yeah, I'll agree with you. Peter, I did find that somewhat annoying, but I didn't note it for some good reason. The fact how he's trying to use Spider-Man like as an example is just like, I mean, at first it was all right. At first he was like, Peter, you know, Spider-Man gets attacked all the time, but at the same time, it's like, these are two completely different things. Yeah, I hate, okay, so this is in my notes. I hate to refer to Cosmonaut Variety Hour, but he points out how MJ was willing to support his lifestyle, but in the third film, she's just so fed up with Spider-Man.
Yeah. She's tired of it. And it's like, how long has it been? It's been a couple of months and you're already, I mean, it makes sense considering her actions before. Like, she's just a big hypocrite.
Yeah.
It's selfish. Like,
so now we go on to the next scene, that being a crane. So a crane is malfunctioning. We see Gwen Stacy in a building modeling in a photo shoot. The question I wanted to bring up was, is Gwen Stacy like this in the comics?
I mean, it depends on the interpretation.
Okay.
I don't know that many.
Because they somewhat established that she's smart in Dr. Connor's class, but does she model?
Well, they don't. Oh yeah, she does. But she's also later. She's like, I wouldn't have passed without Peter.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just an interpretation.
It's weird.
And Eddie shows up and he starts being a creepo immediately.
Who?
Eddie.
Oh yeah. Oh. You know what? I kind of feel bad for Topher Grace for taking on this role. I'm sure. Yeah.
I don't feel bad for him. I think he can see the humor in it.
Yeah.
Like he didn't lose his career or anything because of this movie. And it's
he's
like it's funny. Like if I was a big actor and I was in a terrible role, I'd just own it. I'd be like, yeah, that was a bad role.
Yeah, but
it was funny.
Yeah. But you know what? Now that you say that, actually, you're right. I do have to bring back the thought process of like, we shouldn't be blaming the actors. We should be blaming the production company or like whoever wrote those lines or whoever wrote those characters. By the way, I will say this. I am a huge fan of Home Economics, which is a show that Topher Grace is in. So there you go. Anyways, oh, hey, look. Screaming.
Lots of screaming.
Spidey comes swinging in, diving towards a free-falling Gwen Stacy. Another crispy sequence.
Yeah, it's cool how he like maneuvers through the rubble, getting down to her. As she falls.
Yeah. Eddie Brock is introduced as a new photographer at the Daily Bugle for photos of Spidey.
Yeah, I'll be taking over Peter now.
Yeah. Peter's an amateur. Yeah, okay. We now move on to one of the best scenes in this movie. The buzzing desk and the intercom.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Bzz, your wife called.
Not that one. Not that one. And then when he finally picks out the right one, she does it again and she's like, drink plenty of water. I was like, oh my God, that was unnecessary for her to do, but like she did it anyways, and I love it. I love that she did that. And all the pills just fall. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Okay, so yeah, referring to Stan Lee. One person can make the difference. Enough said. Indeed. For sure.
Enough said.
Enough said. MJ gets replaced. Quote, that was so poorly handled. You know what? Most of this movie was so poorly handled. There you go. They literally admit in the inside of the movie that this was
that's yeah, that's Sam Raimi speaking to the audience.
Yeah. Okay. Now that I think about it, this is literally what happens to Electro in Spider-Man 2 when he becomes Electro and goes to Times Square or whatever that place is. I don't know. I'm an introvert. He's on all the screens, but when Spidey shows up, all the screens change to Spidey. I'm referring this to when MJ is leaving the theater and she thinks that everyone's clapping for her, but actually they're clapping for Spidey. And she looks at him and she's just like, oh, this motherfucker. Yeah,
it's so annoying how upset she gets about him just being Spider-Man. And like he's not handling it super well, but she's just like getting annoyed at the existence of him being Spider-Man.
Yeah. So we're now at the ceremony of Spidey getting a key to New York City. Peter reaffirms that the review means nothing and that it'll be better the next night, but MJ doesn't tell Peter that she got replaced. This is the first thing that I find annoying in this movie. MJ not communicating with Peter is just making
insane.
MJ not communicating with Peter is just making the chemistry in Spider-Man 2 obsolete.
I mean, the chemistry didn't even exist in Spider-Man 2, in my opinion. But yes, why doesn't she communicate? This has happened since the first movie when she didn't tell Harry what her job was. It's just like she's ruining everything.
Yeah.
I don't understand.
Oh, excuse me. Oh, Jesus. No, we now see Sandman walking. Wait. Oh. Hang on. Did we skip? No, we haven't skipped it. Sorry. We now see Sandman walking down the street where two cops recognize him. They start running after him.
Sand comes out of his ear for no reason.
I mean, that's okay. That's a nice little detail.
But like, if he's made out of sand, why is sand falling out of his ear? Why doesn't he just reabsorb it back into his body?
Okay, that's a good point. That's a good point. I didn't think of that. I mean, I don't know. Maybe that's some just excess sand, I guess.
I know it's just a joke.
Yeah. Okay. And as Sandman runs around the corner of a truck, he appears to be in the load bay or whatever it's called. But I'm sorry, but did the lady walking by him not notice him turn into sand and slither in? Even if he didn't do that, someone would have noticed that he went in.
Typical New York day.
Yeah. Typical New York day. Yeah, there's just this sand guy. Yeah, hey guys, how's everything going? Oh, nothing much. What's up with you? Oh, just saw a guy turn into sand and fucking slid it.
Just consider the fact that there's a truck filled with sand for no reason. Like,
coincidence? I think not. Anyways. Okay. The lady doesn't even react. That's the thing, is that she's just walking and she doesn't even realize, like, oh, there's cops running after this person. It's hilarious. These Spider-Man movies. Oh, the thing about these Spider-Man movies is that it has a horror element to it.
Yes.
Because when he goes like and then it goes so there you go. Or screaming. I just love how corny these movies are. Everyone's screaming. I know everyone would be screaming, but at the same time, it's just so over the top. It's just like they're not even running. They're just like standing. They're just like anyways, Harry shows up and walks to MJ eating cotton candy. If songs were people, Harry would be Taylor Swift's Trouble. Hopefully you got the joke. I'm hoping you please tell me.
I think so.
Please tell me. Because the lyrics of Taylor Swift's Trouble is, I knew you were trouble when you walked in.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he walks in and he was trouble. Okay. Here we go. This is it. This is annoying. She now tells Harry that she was let go.
Bad.
Really bad.
Bad. Cheating every movie.
God.
Like even if she's not physically cheating with Harry, she is emotionally cheating with him.
Right.
And then she does end up kissing him.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, okay.
She does this while expecting Peter to somehow know what she's going through and empathize with her despite not telling him anything.
Exactly. Before the crane scene, she's like, "Oh, I don't want you to like help me. I want you to know how I feel." Woman, he's Spider-Man. Sure, he has got spider sense, but he can't tell what your mind is saying.
He's got a lot of his own shit going on.
I know. It's like. Also, it's interesting how they don't even live together, but that's probably because they don't want
that too. They're gonna get married, but they're not even living together. Like,
fuck.
Like how do you even know you like each other if you're not even living together? Like, it's a big step in a relationship before you get married.
I would say let's bring that friend back from Spider-Man 2.1 into Spider-Man 3. Let's get her back in here.
You're already getting married to another guy after walking out in your wedding 3 months ago.
So Spidey swings in and he says Shazam. Zach Levi is confirmed in Spider-Man No Way Home. I'm sorry.
He says Shazam in the first movie too. When he's trying to figure out his activation.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Shazam.
Well, that was just a little leak. That was just a little hint. Now we got confirmation, right?
Okay. Yeah.
Oh Jesus. Okay. So the part where this is one of those scenes that I skipped. So just so you know, this is one of the scenes I skipped. The part where Spidey lets Gwen kiss him was annoying. If this were to happen, it should have happened after Peter got the symbiote suit.
I don't know. I think the idea, I'm not saying this is right. I think the idea is that he like felt like the Spider-Man persona was different than Peter Parker persona.
Yeah.
And he got swept up in
like
the
it was a completely
jubilation.
Yeah.
I think the idea is that he, even without the Venom symbiote, has already started kind of getting full of himself.
Right.
And those feelings are amplified by Venom. That's why he becomes Bully Maguire.
Right. Now, I don't know if you noticed this, but that kid was a true Spider-Man fan. He knew he had to...
Spider-Man, don't do it.
He knew he had to. He had someone to kiss, and that someone was not Gwen Stacy.
Yeah, that was bad of him to do, but
that was, I don't know. As a romantic, just like knowing all this stuff, it's just that was so uncomfortable for me. I had to skip it during my personal viewing, but like for the review, I went through it, but still. Yeah, you get what you get why I skipped it, right? It's just like it's not Spider-Man. It's
yeah, I mean, yeah. It's meant to be cringy, I think.
Yeah.
And it's meant to set up the idea of him becoming super overly confident.
It's not like Spider-Man, like, because like everyone else is going kiss him, but like, you know, he's just there. Does he even receive a key to the city? Like, he has to leave.
Okay. The key to the city is not a real thing.
Oh, really? It's not?
I mean, it's not it's usually, I mean, it might be a physical thing, but it's like, it's just ceremonial. Where'd you go?
You know, it's funny because I saw I had seen TMNT Out of the Shadows, and they got the key to the city, and I didn't realize that. So yeah, well, that's fun. Anyways, Sandman traveling by a sort of sandstorm is really cool.
Yeah, it raises the question why he even walks down the street if he could just fly at will.
Maybe the winds weren't good. Maybe the winds weren't right. He needs a weather app. Okay.
Like if we go flying today.
Yeah, exactly. Fun fact. One of the guards in the armored truck being attacked by Sandman is the producer of Spider-Man 3.
Oh.
Yeah, there you go. Okay. Quote, I don't want to hurt you. Leave now. I'm unsure about this, but is this considered bad writing?
What?
I don't want to. So Sandman says to Spidey, I don't want to hurt you. Leave now.
I don't know. I mean, it kind of goes with his character. He's pretty blunt.
Okay. I redact that, folks. I redact that. Apologies have been made by me. Okay. So when Spidey yanks the two guards out, and he's in the middle of making a safety web before crashing. I honestly thought those two guards weren't gonna make it. It just seemed that way.
Imagine they splat on the concrete. Spider-Man's like,
Oh,
oh no.
But no, I mean, like, did you feel the same way, or is that just me? Because the way how it cut and like how it was how the truck crashed as he was.
I think that was definitely the intention, to make it unclear until you see them in the spider web. It's like, oh, good, they're okay.
Oh, okay. Honestly, this movie is a comedy. Yeah, sure, it's got drama and a bit of horror, but 80% of this movie is just comedy.
True. What's next?
Oh boy, on her way to the date, MJ notices a Daily Bugle issue where an image of Gwen and Spidey are kissing on the front page. Seems like this in this movie makes me feel uncomfortable, honestly. And okay, so this next note is a more important note, right? This is like probably one of the most important questions of this entire trilogy. Does Bruce Campbell have a neuralizer? That's a Men in Black reference, by the way. Also made by Columbia Pictures and Sony
He plays
Pictures.
so many different characters.
Yeah, why not, right?
He's Mysterio, remember?
Sure. He's got the, because he's an actor and he's got the mocap suit on. He's not actually a Frenchman. Anyways, by the way, God, I love him in this too. The way how he's just like French and he's just like, that bit is hilarious. Even when MJ is leaving, I mean, I it's not there yet, but even when MJ's leaving, Bruce Campbell doesn't even realize he's leaving, and like he still brings up the wine in the song. But once again, oh wait, sorry, Peter brings up the fact that she's in Broadway, or was in Broadway, and she still doesn't tell Peter, and all she says is, "You have no idea how I feel right now." In all caps, ladies and gentlemen, and my throat is hurting, but I'm gonna do this anyways. Then give him an idea, woman. Give him an idea. You're here at dinner. Talk to him. Good God.
She just leaves and goes to Harry's house.
Well, not in this scene, I think. But once again, the discomfort in this scene grows as Gwen shows up. And,
oh yeah, Gwen.
And she waves to Peter as if she has a crush on him. Good Lord. Am I the only one who thought that?
No. I guess the idea is that everybody who has a crush on Spider-Man also implicitly has a crush on Peter.
Even Harry.
Yeah. Wait. Harry doesn't have a crush on Spider-Man. He wants to crush Spider-Man.
Well, okay. The only thing that's keeping me from skipping the scene is Bruce Campbell. If I'm being completely honest. Okay. Oh boy. God, this. Okay. Quote: "That was our kiss." MJ complains about the fact that was our kiss, and here's something that I have to bring up. You were literally doing that to JJ's son in Spider-Man 2. I'd have to turn my brain off to defend her on this one.
Yeah, it's like you've cheated on everybody you've ever been with, MJ. Just kissing anybody you want, no matter the consequences.
Okay, so I'm watching this with subtitles, and I just realized that the musicians are playing "They Say It's Wonderful." You see, that I believe that was the same song that MJ was singing in the musical or the play, whatever. So you see, if MJ had told Peter, then he wouldn't have fucking asked him to play it. Though it makes sense in this situation. Poor Peter.
Yeah, goddamn.
I mean, hey, it's Spider-Man. He's getting crushed all the fucking time. So Captain Stacy calls Peter and Aunt May to tell him that Uncle Ben's real killer is still out there. Am I recording? Okay, I almost worried that I wasn't recording. That would have been a nightmare. I don't know. So I don't know why, but I feel like they didn't need to know that. But I don't know how that works. So that's just a very minor thought.
It's like, why weren't they told about? Like, Peter is upset about this. It's like they weren't even told 2 years ago or whatever when Uncle Ben was actually killed.
I think that was good acting though. When he was like overreacting, he was just like, I don't think you guys are doing your job, and like Captain Stacy like settled down, saying like, I'm not gonna settle down. Yeah, but my uncle's killer is still out there, and you just tell us this now, and like that, I felt chills that scene. This is the kind of acting that we needed from these films. But anyways, so MJ shows up after afterwards, right? To talk him out of doing anything stupid, but Peter's thirst for revenge. You know, I've got some thirst myself. Anyways, Peter's thirst for revenge takes over him, and he acts like a jerk. He acts like a jerk to MJ. That makes sense. She says everybody needs help sometimes. Yeah, you need help too, MJ. This is starting to feel like an MJ roast, and I don't know how I feel about it. Because look, okay, listen, let's be real with me here. You know me. I'm not really known to be super disrespectful or just roast somebody, right? Like,
yeah.
I mean, you can be honest here. You can just completely expose and be like, yeah, Fateh's the biggest asshole I've known. But
all right, the truth is, Fateh roasts everybody. He's constantly sending me messages about how he hates everybody, even me. He sends me bad message about me right to my face. Like, just here, let me check. Yeah, just the other day. He said I'm ugly.
All
right, just to be clear, I am joking.
Aww. Okay. All right, moving on. Gosh, I'm blushing over here. Okay, the symbiote has now binded with Peter, and the web swing physics are still off for me. It's just the idea of him like launching into the air like so far high. It's like,
He's figured it out.
He's figured it out. He's figured out the you know,
black suit looks cool.
It does, yeah. I'll agree. It looks cool. Of course, the line delivery gets me every time. Of when he smashes Eddie Brock's camera. See ya, chump.
Yeah, that's great.
It's so hilarious.
And it's like, Eddie deserves it because he's a bitch.
Yeah, dude. You know, you would think you want to be you would want to sympathize Eddie, but honestly, Eddie's just
he's the most evil character in any of these movies. Like, before he ever gets Venom, he's the worst.
Yeah. So we get the whole so now we're at the scene where Peter says you'll get your rent when you fix this damn door, and Mr.
Oh yeah, he's becoming edgy.
Yeah, and Mr. Ditkovich, this is what I fucking love. Mr. Ditkovich is such a real one in this one because he's just like, he's a good kid. He must be going through something.
Peter good boy.
Yeah, Peter good boy.
Must be in some sort of trouble.
Yeah. Oh man, I don't know about you, but like I love that bit. I was like, this is so good because he knows there's something wrong with Peter, and it's just like, oh, it's great. It's great, man. Anyways, this is really fucking driving me nuts. MJ gets a job as a waitress / singer at a club, at a jazz club specifically, and decides to call Harry and not Peter. Bernard, I hate. Is that really how you pronounce his name? Bernard?
Who?
Okay, Bernard, the butler.
Oh,
Bernard.
Yeah. He's British.
Oh, he's not. He's not. What?
Oh yeah, I guess he's not.
What's going on here?
I don't know why I thought he was British in my brain.
Maybe it's because you were thinking of fucking what's his name?
Alfred.
Yeah, you were thinking of Alfred.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah, Jesus. This fucking trilogy is gonna destroy me. The point I was making was Bernard is adorable because he's just like, wait, we're having a guest, and he's like, yeah, give me some food. I'm like,
he's a bad person. He did not. He knew.
He knew,
that,
yeah.
that Norman
I mean-
killed himself this whole time, and he did not tell Harry. He let Harry descend into madness and rage instead of just telling him.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
I'm sorry.
No.
Sorry
Don't
to
be
shatter
sorry.
the
Don't be
illusion
sorry.
of-
Don't be sorry. Don't
I'm
be
sorry to shatter the illusion of cute Bernard.
To be fair, in that specific scene, he's cute, but like in general, yeah, he's a bad guy. He's a bad person. But anyways, also, hang on. I just realized that my other lights are on. I should probably turn them off to save electricity. There we go. Look, see, it increases the illusion. Okay, so, also some more famous words from extra characters here. Famous words of Mr. Dukovich. You're a good woman. I'm a good man. We can write that shit down.
Period. Yes.
Yeah.
I love that.
He doesn't even finish it. He's just like, that's it. You're a good woman. I'm a good man. There you go.
He did finish it. That's the finished product. Peter's like, oh, I thought there'd be more.
But that's it. It's that simple.
It is.
Simple.
It is.
Russell, is your throat hurting?
No,
Okay. Well,
I'm okay.
all right.
I'm sorry your throat's hurting.
Yeah.
We can wrap it up if you'd like.
No. I'm just a bit worried. That's all. We're gonna get through this. I've been waiting since No Way Home the teaser came out. I've been so excited, so I want to talk about this. So it's like
I think you've been waiting since before that even.
Yeah. I couldn't remember when. That's how long it's been. Like I can't remember when I wanted to do this. I bought all the Spider-Man films on iTunes, and I was like, oh gosh, I want to watch this because like just the iconic scenes and just watching it all is just, it's so good. But anyways, because I kept refraining myself, like, don't watch the entire film. You want to keep a clear mind, pal, for this review. But anyways, so now it's like evening time at Harry's place. That's odd because MJ called him during the daytime. That's just fucking weird. Unless if it takes like,
Yeah, I guess she's just been traveling all day to get there.
unless if it's fucking, it's the New York and Spider-Man universe. It takes forever to get places.
Not to mention they start making omelets. Like breakfast for dinner is fine, but like it seems like the implication is it's breakfast time.
I mean, okay, look, to be fair, I sometimes make omelets for dinner, so I mean,
I'm not saying that's anything wrong. It's just in the scene, it seems like it's breakfast time, not
for
dinner
sure.
time.
Yeah, I totally get what you're saying. God, now I want eggs now. God damn it. I'm gonna have some
That's
mac and
pretty good.
but it's funny though because you would assume like, oh hey, Bernard, can you get us some food? You would assume like, oh, he's actually gonna bring ready-made food for them to have a nice dinner, but
Just
no,
brings eggs and peppers. I
eggs
guess
and peppers.
they need to prepare themselves, which like is fine, but it's like
I mean,
yeah,
that's
whatever.
cool, right? I mean, you know. Anyway, so now MJ and Harry are doing the twist. Okay, that's what friends do, right? That's what friends do. Nothing major is gonna happen. Oh, yeah. Okay, now they're kissing now. I mean,
MJ cheating once again.
I mean, they both immediately stop. They both stop immediately, but you got to be kidding me. You got to be
MJ
fucking
has
kidding
no
me.
impulse control.
Oh God, I'm telling you know what? I'm telling you, most of the time in these movies, MJ is horny every time. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. Oh God, I don't know. I don't fucking know. Okay, so the next one is sweet, just to ease the. Oh wait, no, sorry, I skipped this scene. So Perry remembers everything now. Now he's talking to Norman again, and once again he goes, "Avenge me!" And then the entire thing happens. And then to ease the pain from the last couple of notes, Ursula is sweet. Ursula is nice.
Brings Peter cake.
Yeah.
That's kind of an awkward scene though, in and of itself.
Yeah, I was like,
They're
what's
just
the
sitting there
point
eating
of the
cake
scene?
in silence. I don't know what the point was. I guess she brought him a message from
Aunt May.
Aunt May.
I mean, I guess in a way, it's like Peter is so fucking tired. Maybe like a piece of chocolate.
Like
cake,
it's a
man.
moment of human connection for him.
Yeah, I guess. I don't fucking know. I thought that was sweet, and also that made me That also made me crave some chocolate cake, so fuck Ursula. Anyways, Ursula is sweet. I'm just kidding, okay? I'm trying to be
Hey,
funny.
Pete.
It's difficult being funny, guys. You don't understand my pain. Ursula is sweet. I don't remember why I said this. I think it's because she was talking about how like you should call MJ maybe or something like that. I don't know. Or like, oh no, I think it's because she's like, oh, MJ called. Because remember, before this scene and after Harry remembers, he jump scares MJ at her apartment. So
If you want him to live, you'll do what I say.
yeah, could have called him the director instead of Goblin Jr. Well, actually, no, Goblin Jr. is fine. I'll get to that because I don't like this. Because this bit,
Little Goblin Jr. gonna cry.
God, that scene when they put Tom Holland Spider-Man into that, I'm just like, God, stop, please. I know it's to piss people off, but God, stop, just stop. Anyways, so MJ breaks up with Peter as a way of keeping him alive, saying she's fallen in love with someone else. Okay, sure, confusing as bitch. now
It's like the one time she's not in the wrong.
Yeah. Exactly. It makes sense. Now Peter meets up with Harry. Harry tells him that he's the other guy. A lady says, "How's the pie?" He says something like,
So good.
"So good." So
I
good.
love that scene. It's so
God.
funny.
This entire
"Here's the thing,
movie.
Peter. This is why I asked you here.
Yeah.
I'm the other guy."
Yeah.
And then the way he turns around,
Yeah.
his bus goes by and he just disappears.
It's like, what the fuck? Oh,
So funny.
oh, Jesus. Okay, so Peter goes emo and shows up at Harry's place. The score for the fight scene between Peter and Harry is
Beats the
weird.
shit out of him.
No, but the score. I'm talking about the musical score is
score?
kind of weird for me. I don't know, but like,
I didn't notice.
I don't hate it, but it's a bit off-putting. Loving the sound design though. The whistle of Harry's claws. Whistle of Harry's claws. I like that.
The fight's fun. And I like how Harry's like, I'm gonna, like, he's so confident about winning, and Spider-Man just destroys him the whole fight.
Yeah, I'm gonna get to that. So like, he's like, "Oh, I defended you in high school, and now I'm gonna kick your little ass." And then he goes, "Oh."
Yeah.
I love it so fucking much. Billy Maguire is just hilarious.
Billy Maguire is the best thing about this movie.
Yeah, man. That's
He's so
the
funny.
best takeaway. That's the only thing you can salvage from this movie. When he goes, "Oh, I lost it." This movie is a comedy. So now Billy Maguire goes, so now like we skip farther, right? And you know, he goes, pumpkin bomb, blow up, boom, boom. Okay. So now it's
Little Gobby Jr. gonna cry.
yeah, it's Jesus.
But it's lucky that they, like I said earlier, that Harry didn't throw a skeleton exploding bomb at him.
Yeah.
Instead, just a normal exploded bomb, or he would be gone.
Yeah, that's true. So wild. I mean, you know what? Now that I think about it, Norman probably just nerfed all the pumpkin bombs because he knew that, you know, Harry was a fucking piece of shit and he was gonna become the next Green Goblin, and he was just like, he wasn't gonna know what he was
get
doing.
himself blown up.
Yeah, exactly. Anyway, so now Billy Maguire goes, "I'm gonna put some dirt in your eyes," and then honestly,
Yes, I love that.
honestly, when he proves that the photo is fake, it was actually kind of satisfying. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, Eddie deserves to get fucked.
You know,
He's the worst.
You know, maybe Eddie should move to San Francisco. Just a thought. You see, I got you there. Anyways, and then obviously the you know. Oh. I won't lie though, this song is so fucking catchy. That's the thing about this.
It is.
This fucking thing is like,
I love that scene so much, and people always complain about it for this movie, but like they don't understand. The point is that it's supposed to be cringy and hard to watch because he's not cool. He just thinks he's cool. Like, that's the point. Like, people are like, "Oh, it's so bad. This scene's so bad." He's like, it thinks it's cool, but it's not. But it's not supposed to be cool. It does its job by making you cringe.
you know what? The people at Sony were just like, you know what? I don't think Toby's been horny these last couple of films. Let's just make him horny. So guess what happens next? Peter is now flirting with Brant. Reminded me.
Peter Parker.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, that was like. Oh, Jesus, this is so fucking tense, but this is actually kind of hot at the same time. I'm so fucking confused. And then it reminds me of that one episode, as I brought up before, when he in Spectacular Spider-Man, he asks out Miss Brant to the dance, but you know she's older than him, so it's
like 5 years older than him.
Yeah.
Goddamn. In this, she's like the same age, or I mean, I guess she's technically older, but she looks the same age as him.
Because I don't know if you told this to me, but I think I heard somewhere that she's actually a school dropout and she starts working for JJJ.
That makes sense.
I think that's what it is.
I don't think that's in the, like, I don't think that's stated in the movies, but that makes sense.
Yeah. Okay. So I think the story arc of the trilogy was to get Peter Parker a job at the Daily Bugle. That's why they ended it with Spider-Man 3.
I mean, he deserves that job.
Yeah, man. I was like, when JJJ was like, you want a staff job and you want a staff job. Anybody care what I want? And then, you know, Hoffman comes in and he's like, I do. And then,
Yeah,
shut up.
that was
Get up.
that was stupid. Like, Peter should
Obviously, Peter should have gotten the staff job, but obviously because, you know, Sony wanted to create tension in this fucking movie, they decided to do that.
Venom had to be in the movie. But I love Bully Maguire so much.
Yeah, man. It's great.
It's so good.
You see, I'm normally not like this. This is me saying it. You could even say I've got a symbiote on me, but MJ knows how it feels now, at least. So they're broken up, right? And this is a lot for me to process because this isn't me. So once again, I'm normally not like this. You might even say I got a symbiote suit under. Oh, I'm wearing black. Oh, it's Venom. Venom.
Oh, you are wearing Venom colors, and I'm wearing Spider-Man colors right now.
Oh boy. I'm gonna fucking get some dirt in my eye. Anyways, so now MJ sees Peter and Gwen. Peter and Gwen, you know, doing the whole.
He takes Gwen to the jazz bar that she works at.
Dude, you're looking fine, babe. Oh, Jesus Christ.
The whole thing is, that scene is so hard to watch, but in such a good way. Like, the way they walk in and she's like, do you think we could fight a table? And he leans up to the waitress.
Yeah.
Fight us some shade.
Yeah.
Pass her some money.
Oh,
just,
God.
It's so awful.
That fucking movie. Oh, gosh. This fucking movie. Anyways, but now MJ knows how it feels. For someone to be with somebody else.
Honestly, Peter just absolutely destroyed her.
Yeah. No, that's the point of the scene. That's also one of the scenes that I skipped because I was like, this is too much. I don't want to see this. But then when I watched, but the thing is, I skipped this, like from remembering from what I saw before. But then when I watched it again on here, I was like, you know what? This isn't so bad. This is actually good. Dig out this.
He doesn't even let her sing, and he's like jumping on the tails and stuff.
Honestly,
and then he pulls up Gwen and like dances erotically with her, and then she's like, "Wait a second."
Even his dancing is so awkward and almost bad. He goes like, "Oh God, damn!"
It's supposed to be. He's not cool,
right?
He's just so confident. He's so overconfident.
But anyways, let's skip all the way to the church scene. So Peter hits the bell and goes ding dong. Venom is like, ah! And then the symbiote starts falling on Eddie. So my question is, no one heard Eddie screaming?
No, before this though, I think it's hilarious that Eddie went, because didn't Peter say like get religion or something earlier or something? So Eddie goes to the church and it's like, oh God, I'm here to beg you for something. I want you to kill Peter Parker.
No, that's not even the most funny thing about this. Is The most funny thing is when he goes to him, he's like, "Hello, sir. It's me, Edward Brock Jr." Edward Brock Jr. I was like, "What does that have to do with anything?" But okay. 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 So now we skip, right? And now Venom is swinging around and he gets bopped by Sandman. And honestly, and you're
just like
okay, I'm pretty sure you're gonna you're gonna agree with me on this one. This Venom is just not Venom. He's scary looking for sure. He's scary looking for sure, but the shape and the voice are just not hitting.
He's so small. He needs to be more bulked up.
He's like Chad. He's like so chatty. He's just like
he's not. He's stupid.
Yeah, no, because when the Venom gets on him, when his Venom is off, he's talking like normal Eddie Brock. But when it does, he's like, "You want to kill a spider?" It's just like, what the fuck?
I really don't like that. It like when he's Venomized, he still uses Eddie's voice.
Yeah,
it's so bad. Like at least put some sort of modulator on it. It's like,
and even when he's fighting, he's screeching. He's like screaming as Venom, and it makes no fucking sense. It's like, is this Eddie or is this Venom? It's like, and this is okay. Look, I know you don't like this movie, but this is what Venom does good. This is what Venom does good. Is that like it's good at separating between Eddie and Venom. And also, by the way, despite the fact that Venom is supposed to be scary, it's not scary to me. The way how he smiles is just so adorable to me for some fucking reason.
I've always thought he looked kind of like a weird, like ugly puppy or something.
Yeah. There you go. Yeah. But
like Venom in this movie is awful, but like I saw this movie in 3rd grade and it was my favorite movie and it made me, and I loved Venom. And it's like, it's what made me become a fan of Venom, so I can thank it for that.
Right, yeah. That's fair. I'm not
Listen, I'm not disagreeing that Venom in this movie sucks ass.
Right.
I'm just saying, like, it led me to actually be interested in the character and find good versions of them.
Yeah, that's fair. Exactly. Anyways, moving on. So another question. How did Eddie know about Flint's daughter?
I don't know. I was thinking that too.
God, what the fuck? This movie. I mean, maybe it's explained in the extended cut. I don't fucking know. Either way.
Do you mean the editor's cut? Because I looked to see if there's an extended cut.
Maybe it's the editor's cut. I don't know. It's called the extended cut.
On Google Play, there was one called the editor's cut, and it was shorter than the theatrical cut.
Hold on. Let me pull this up here. I don't think this will. Wait, oh, okay, hang on. I'm gonna do a quick thing here. If it'll oh boy, I was at the end credits scene. Or the end credits. This is fun. Remember when they were using end credits where it wasn't the epic Danny Elfman theme? It's actually just actual music from the music videos. Clearly you haven't. Okay. This isn't loading for me. Editor's cut. Okay, yeah, it was the editor's cut.
It's shorter. It's shorter than the theatrical.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Oh man. Okay, we've got a bunch more. What? How many do we have? We have around 12. We got 12 more. We're gonna get through this. So I love how for the news broadcast, for the subtitle under MJ's name, they put former Broadway star. Ouch. Also, what does this have to do with anything? It's hilarious, man.
I don't know.
Rubbing in her fucking face.
After her brief stint on Broadway.
Yeah, I'm just like, does anyone need to know? Like, why?
Wait, I looked up the editor's cut to see how long it was. I looked at images, and it looks like Sandman makes a sand castle for his daughter in one scene.
That's not even funny. That's cute. Oh, I gotta see it. I'll watch it later on. But anyways, so in the broadcast, you see there's like the lettering that Venom has made. Is the lettering in the web supposed to be a reference to the animated show title font? Because it looked like that.
I think it was a specific font, and I thought it was. I guess it's not the font for the Sam Raimi Spider-Man movies, but yeah, maybe it is a '90s cartoon font. Probably, yeah.
Okay, moving on though. Oh boy, you took this long to tell him, Bernard. You kidding me? Oh God.
So contrived.
God. Okay. Oh, hey. 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 Even more screaming.
Screaming is a big part of these movies.
Oh boy. Topher Grace's acting as Venom is like Jim Carrey playing the Riddler. It's like my spider sense is tingling. If you know what I mean.
Yeah. Honestly, he's hilarious.
Yeah.
I think like this movie works because it's so fucking funny.
I'm just surprised this isn't
Stupid.
called a comedy.
It is a comedy.
Well, it's a comic book movie. There you go. Harry arrives and two kids from the crowd shout. Okay, this is such a minor thing, but like they shout out, "Awesome! Wicked cool!" And I wrote in all caps, "Yuck!"
I'm pretty sure those were kids of either Sam Raimi or a producer.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I don't have a problem with the kids. I have a problem with the script. Why did you say?
Also, the little girl who sells JJ the camera.
Oh yeah. By the way, that little girl hustled JJJ. I want her to make a cameo in No Way Home. Fucking hustle him again. Anyways, I love the detail of Harry burning Sandman's hand and making it crystallize and shatter on impact. I actually love that.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. Anyway, Sandman went down in 2 hits.
I think he just got tired of fighting.
Yeah. That's funny.
It's kind of like, why did he just stop? But at the same time, it's like, well, he doesn't really have a real stake in this besides wanting to kill Spider-Man for some reason.
Well, no, the only reason why he wanted to kill Spider-Man was because Spider-Man was stopping him from getting money.
Yeah.
I thought in that one shot when Harry is gliding, I think there's like this water tower, I think. I was thinking he was gonna shoot at that and then but I guess not.
Oh, that reminds me of when Spider-Man shows up to fight. He like runs in front of an American flag.
Oh yeah. I wanted to bring that up, but I was like, you know what? Forget it. Yeah.
It's so funny.
It's so weird and funny. The placement is just it's like it's trying to it feels like it's trying to give a message, but like it's not. Like, what? Anyways. Oh, your lights are off now. Whoa. That is awesome. Wicked cool. Anyways.
Let me open it. There we go.
Oh, goodness.
I
Do you
opened
not have any lights in your room?
I do. I just haven't turned it on yet.
Okay. Well.
There's none built in, though. I can tell you that.
Oh, I can tell. Anyways, also, technically, according to the subtitles, Eddie isn't Venom. He's just Eddie. Because it doesn't say like Venom says this or Venom screeches. No, it says Eddie screeches and Ed, you know. So that's interesting. So even Sony didn't think he was playing Venom. Anyways, Eddie takes Harry's glider. We're getting close to the end. Eddie takes Harry's glider and lunges towards Peter. Harry jumps in front and takes the stab. For a few seconds, Peter doesn't yell or react. Perhaps he's in shock, but otherwise, I'd want him to react quicker. Just a little thought. Because, you know, he's just sitting there and he's like, and then he goes, "Hey!" Obviously, you do it better because, you know, your throat isn't fucking destroyed. Okay. Honestly, the symbiote without a host should have been the look. That shit is freaky when he goes.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. But anyways, well, cancel that trip to SF.
Yep. He
Yep.
gets incinerated
There you go.
because he loves Venom. I like being bad. It makes me
It
happy.
makes me happy. Oh,
Like
jeez.
even how bad he is, like how terrible that like Venom is in this movie. All of his lines are still iconically terrible.
Yeah,
Like, they're all
exactly.
really funny.
Sandman gives a beautiful backstory, and Peter forgives him. He's, gosh, you see, the thing is, I wrote that he is the best villain in this one, but like I'm also thinking about Harry. I don't know. I wanted to get your opinion on this.
Okay.
Who
What?
do you think is the best villain in this movie?
Oh. I mean, I guess Sandman,
Okay.
just because he's not terrible.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Like I like Harry, but he's not.
He's not exactly a villain. Well,
Yeah, I like that he comes to help at the end.
yeah, that's fair. Okay. This is my final thoughts here. So, okay, so just finished watching. Look, I'm not good at criticizing unless criticizing something unless if it's really bad. Last Airbender. This certainly was not as good as the first two movies. I can admit that, but I still enjoyed it. The action scenes were great. The score is great. The CG looked really good. And Bruce Campbell is phenomenal as always. But most importantly, it's funny. I know this is supposed to be a serious film with some comedy, but no, this entire movie is a comedy. Even the dumbest things that aren't supposed to be funny are funny. Also, a mistake that has never been made again since the trilogy. No, sorry. God, I haven't drank this much water in a long time. Also, a mistake that has never been made again since the trilogy is making the love interest a damsel in distress. Sort of. If you know what I mean. This is something that I actually found annoying. Now, just because I loved it, just because I enjoyed it, sorry, doesn't mean I didn't see things that I didn't like. Harry being a child, MJ not being communicative, Eddie Brock Jr., Edward Brock Jr., Spidey kissing Gwen. This was certainly watchable, but I don't see myself watching this again anytime soon, but I will watch it again. Should we do I mean, I think the ranking is pretty clear for the Sam Raimi trilogy, but I don't know if you want to, that's up to you.
I mean, we've given our opinions on all of them.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory. I mean, I don't want to speak for you. That's why I'm saying, like, if you want to give your ranking, I'll give mine, but otherwise.
Well, I agree with you. I think this movie works because it's funny. It's pretty bad, but
Yeah.
At the same time, I don't think it's nearly as bad as people say it is.
Yeah. I agree.
Like, it's entertaining. It's funny. It's really funny.
Yeah.
There's some strong things in it. Sandman's all right. I like it overall. I've liked it since I was in 3rd grade.
It's the 3rd grade. Yeah. I've also loved it ever since, because that's the thing. I never saw this in theaters. I only saw this probably when I was in middle school, maybe sorry, that is a lie. When I started, Jesus, you okay? That was fucking right. It's actually when I went to India and I watched it on a DVD, and it was, funny enough, it was Hindi dubbed instead of being English, so I watched it in. So there you go.
How was that?
Oh boy, the voice dubs were top notch.
That sounds amazing, honestly.
Oh gosh, but anyways,
I want to hear Hindi Eddie Brock.
gosh, I'll bring it over someday. We'll watch it and we'll have some pizza.
Do you still have it?
I actually do. I've been scared to put it in a player. That's why, like, I've been
gonna like blow up a player.
Oh, sweet Jesus!
It's gonna like break it immediately.
you know, the Hindi dub of it is just so fucking good that it makes it so great that it's gonna blow up any DVD player you put in. But anyways, I mean, do you have any other final thoughts for Spider-Man 3? That's it. Okay.
I like it.
Alrighty, I like it as well. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, people, that was it. The Sam Raimi trilogy has been our Sam Raimi trilogy reviewings has been reviewed. Oh my gosh, my throat is in pain, ladies and gentlemen. I'm so excited. Oh Jesus. Anyways, I'm super excited for next week because we're gonna be watching the Amazing Spider-Man series because I love that series as well.
I don't.
Well, speak for yourself. Yeah, that's fair. But I mean,
I'll still watch him.
yeah, you know, I mean, look, the second one is a mess, but once again, it's for me, it's enjoyable. I don't know about you, but we'll find out next week. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, people, I hope you all had a fun time watching this episode. And yeah, I'm gonna cut it really early because my throat just can't take anymore. I'm about to just flop on my bed and just yell, or not even yell. I'm gonna like text my mom to make mac and cheese because my throat is just done for tonight. I understand why I've been I do the show once a week and not like multiple times. But anyways, that was once again FilmyFateh's Spider-Man review of the Sam Raimi trilogy, and most specifically the Spider-Man 3 film. And yeah, that's about it. I hope you all have a great rest of your day or night. And yeah, we will see you all when we see you all next Sunday. Have a good one, everybody.